Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a TVP T 5051. It's the tier 10 Czech medium tank and it's located on the west spawn of Sand River and it's under the command of Awppenheimer. Game started. 2 marks of excellence on the barrel. He certainly knows how to handle this tank and it's quite an exciting tank. In fact, quite a dangerous tank if you ever come across one and he's in the enemy team. It's got a 100mm gun with 320 alpha and it's got a magazine, which means it's got 4 shots in a clip. Takes 25 seconds to load the clip and it can dump all those shells into the enemy in just 4.5 seconds. So it's a very deadly assassin. And well, Awppenheimer's locked onto that Wizzy, got one in but not the others. He's still got 2 shells left. The enemy Arty hits him. This is a tier 10 game, so it's an object 261. Now he's still stunned. Not using his first aid kit. He's just gone onto the side of the mosque, which is actually a quite good position because the mosque is a hard cover. You can't get hit so long as you're in that spot unless the enemy gets really close. Okay, he's cleared and he's reloading. He's going to go for a full clip of heat. Okay, he's loaded. Well, he's just waiting to see what he's going to do next. There's an IS-7 some distance off behind him, but he's just going to stay here for the moment. Getting a better position. Oh, there's the object 140. He's got him by the rear. 1 shot in. Didn't get the second one, but he tracked him. That one didn't go through. Oh, so he's burned the whole clip. And only one of them went through. Got 377 off that one. At least I think it was only one he managed to get through. Pretty sure it was. Okay, he's come out round the corner. There's an object 430U off to the east. He's in the village, but Awppenheimer's going back into his safe spot. That 140 is probably still there. Oh, ammo racked him! 1,523 hit points with 1 shot. That's a good shot. So he's instantly gone up to 2,200 hit points of damage. Just that 1 shot and the others. He's reloading a full mag. Now, one of the drawbacks of the TVP T 5051, which was designed during the 50s, is that it only carries 48 rounds of ammunition. That means you've only got 12 reloads in full, and you have to pick the right rounds for the right job. Because remember, you're going to come up against some opposition who've got very heavy armor, and really with standard AP, or in fact actually it's standard APCR, you're not really going to cut it, so you need that heat ammo. He puts 1 into the Type 5. That's good. It was a low roll though. The Type 5's looking in his direction. Just wants to check. Is he still there? Yep. And he goes for the weak spots. Fires all 3 in, but I'm not sure if he actually got hits. We couldn't see the Type 5 at the time we were firing them in. Well, full reload again, but almost ready. It's got basically 2 and a bit mags left on the heat. Needs to make these rounds count. There's the Type 5. He obviously pulled back. He's not missing as much hit points as I would have thought. He got 2 in. Can he get another? Oh, there's a mouse. Got through the side of that one. He fired the next one, but he didn't want to. Well, he couldn't fire anymore because he didn't have any more spare to fire. We're showing 1 hit on the mouse. I don't know if the second one was. Okay, so he's got only 1 heat round left after this one, and that's going to kind of complicate the reloads because if he does go for a full reload, he better go for the APCR. In fact, he's queued up APCR as his next mag. That one didn't go through. That one did. And he got 3 in. So one of them just didn't go through. Probably the wrong angle. Just couldn't penetrate that much metal. So he's reloading APCR now. Well, scores are fairly even. There's only one tank in it. And he's leaving his position at the mosque, moving out to the desert. I think he's going to try and find some opposition with weak armor so he can have a go. Oh, Object 268. That's Soviet tank destroyer. Yeah, it's got that nasty 13 centimeter gun, but he's going for the lower plate. Oh, one bounced off the front plate, but he got one through the lower plate. That one went well low, hit the ground. Now the TVP T 5051 is a bit of a glass cannon in many ways because the armour isn't up to scratch. It's built for speed and assassinating the enemy very, very quickly, but it really doesn't have enough armour to protect it against the sort of shells that it's going to be facing at tier 10. So he's trying to take a sort of sniper role, or to roll up right next to an enemy tank and fill it full of lead before it even knows what's actually happening. In fact, it's not lead, is it? It's steel. There's the Type 5. Can he hit it from here? Can he pen it from here? That's the problem. I probably get through the Object 130 with standard APCR. Just needs to get the shell on target. Yes, he got that one in. And he fired the last one in, but it didn't penetrate. The IS-7's presenting us with the side of the turret at the moment. This is awkward. With 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment. He's got 5 magazines like this, and then he's got that one odd shell of heat. Oh, that was a good one. 430U. That one didn't penetrate, but he got him on the next shot. Is he going to opt for a full reload or wait to see if he can get a shell through? No, he didn't get that one through the IS-7. So, only 4 mags left on this ammo, and then he's got that odd shell. Well, the scores are now even. A Foch B managed to kill the Leopard 1, and so things are now looking up for their team. That 268, well, he's about half health. Yes, that one went through. Oh, that one didn't. No, went through the front plate. No, the angles on that Object 268, they managed to make the shells bounce off the front plate, but he did get one, I think, in at least 344 hit points. So 3 mags left. Now he's been spotted. I think it's the Type 5 who saw him. The Type 5 actually has gone into defilade. I'm not sure he knows how many shells Awppenheimer's fired. Oh, the IS-7, he's gone up high. We've got the rear of that Type 5 now. Fire into his rear. Yes, got him. And that's the 3rd kill for Awppenheimer. But he's in full reload. I think he's worried about that Foch B to the south. He's moving up through the dunes, actually. I don't think he's paying attention to Awppenheimer, but I think from this position, yep, he's going to move away. He might try to creep up on that Foch B and attack him from behind. But remember, it takes 25 seconds to reload. In fact, 4.5 seconds to dump the shells into the enemy, but 25 seconds to reload afterwards is quite a long time. The IS-7 tried to hit him, failed. Oh, we did get hit by a strobe though. And it went straight through. 389 lost. The IS-7's still trying to get him, I think. can't see him at the moment because he's below the ridgeline. We can see him. Yeah, he's moving to a position where he can shoot at Awppenheimer. In fact, he's moving up on that ridgeline altogether. We really need to get south so we can get behind that Bosch B. There he is. And we've got him on the side. And we tracked him. And we killed him. And we've still got one shell spare, but we have been hit by that Object 140. He tracked us. Used the heat round to do it though. And we were hit by the Object 261 as well. So, hit points, well, halfway. We're 50% health. 4 minutes 23 left on the clock. We've got, well, we've got a full mag lined up, 4 shells, but we've got a bit of an odd mix here because we've only got 3 shells after this. Oh, took another round from the Striv. He must be closer than I thought. He is probably up on top of the, north of the riverbed on the heights, looking at us over the ridgeline. That's the only place I think that he could have got those shots in to get into to hit us while we were vulnerable. Yep, I think Awppenheimer is now going to go north of the riverbed, if I'm reading this correctly, and try and get some shots into that Striv. Oh, the Object 140 is low on hit points. He could probably take him out with 1 shot. Remember, it's 320 Alpha. There he is. Oh, it's the Object 261. Oh my gum. The enemy Arty. And we get him with 1 shot. So he must have been hit from before. The IS-7 is going to take at least 2 shots to kill. We've only got 2 in the mag. We do take out the Object 140. Now he's cycled it for a full reload. And that means he's going to have a full clip ready for shooting and then 1 odd shell of heat. The IS-7 is coming up into this cap area. There's only 4 left on our team. The Object 2684 is off to the north. The IS-7, well, he's down in the bed. Oh, we just got our GWE 100 taken out by the Striv. We still can't see him, but he must be... Yeah, in fact, actually, he's now pinging the map where he thinks he is. The Striv is north of the riverbed. Here comes the IS-7. Now, he's got tough armor on the front, so it's going to be difficult trying to get these shells through him. But if we can get behind him, that might be a different story. It's going to take at least 3 shots, I think, to 4 shots to kill him. I would say 4 shots, to be certain. So Awppenheimer needs to be very careful about this. Oh, he was offering his lower plate there. He can't afford to wait the 25 seconds to get the next shot in. To the next clip in afterwards. Oh, and that one went in. He got that one in. Oh, he's in reload. Puts that one in. Can we get another? Yes, and that kills him. Woo, all 4 shots. Oh, and there's the Striv, and we're in reload. We bounced around from the Striv. In fact, actually, it didn't bounce it. It went into our tracks. But the Striv is visible. And the 2684 goes for the kill. We're waiting for that 1 single round of heat to go in. We can either pull back and try and go around to get him from behind, or we go forward. Well, Awppenheimer's decided to be aggressive and go after that Striv face to face. But remember, it's only 320 Alpha. That's all we've got to play with 320 hit points. And that's the 1 minute hooter. The clock is now ticking. There's 2 on each side. Our 2684 is off to the north. The Striv must be somewhere around here, or if he hasn't, he's probably dropped down into the riverbed by now to try and find a better position. There's the Object 268 on the enemy team. That's the one we hit before. Dialing in and... Oh, well, he got a hit. Unfortunately, he's out of ammo now. No ammo. If you press reload or C key to reload, it will say no ammo left. All he can do now is move away to prevent the enemy from killing him and getting a win by wiping out all of the enemy forces. The 2684 is going around to protect the cap. There's no real need to anyway, because he might be going around to try and kill the 268, but that's it. Run out of time, run out of shells. Only 48 rounds, that's all you have. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Awppenheimer in the TVP T 5051. He managed to get out of the minor medals a demolition expert. He blew up that one of those tanks. I'm trying to remember which one it was now. I think it was the Object 140. Yes, he blew him up with yeah, he did the ammo rack. Took him out completely. He got a duelist badge, 5 for effect, and a bruiser out of the minor medals. But he did pick up the high caliber for dealing the most damage, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he got 7, just 1 short of getting the Radley Waters. If he'd taken out that 268, it would have been a Radley's. And the win rate for the game was 13,824. Very, very high win rate score indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. Top of the table, 8,403 hit points of damage. My God, could you do much more? Well, he was trying. He just ran out of ammo. He did do more than nearly double the next highest scorer, which was in fact the Striv 103B. That 4,873 hit points by him, and then came the Object 261 with 3,751. The Object 261 got a Confederate, and the T22 medium managed to get unlucky. Would you believe it? He must have been killed, or somebody else must have been killed close to him by one of our own team. Yeah, odd that. Anyway, let's have a look at the when it came to kills. Obviously, Awppenheimer again top. He got 7. Next high scorer was the Striv 103B and Type 5 Heavy. They both got 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, it was Awppenheimer again. He got 907 base experience points. Next high scorer only had 611. That was the Striv 103. And after that came the M48 pattern with 569. Awppenheimer fired all 48 rounds of ammunition. He got 41 direct hits, 26 penetrations. Unfortunately, the APCR is not that great at penetrating, and he did have a few heat rounds which didn't penetrate the target. And I think that it's because it hit the armor at the wrong angle. And damage of 8,403 hit points, of which 2,404 were at more than 300 meters. He received 6 hits from the enemy, 3 penetrations, 3 non-penetrations, 1 very lucky shot from that Striv. Hit his track. If it actually hit the main body of the tank, he would have been dead straight away. But it luckily hit his track, so he actually avoided being killed. He also received 3 hits by way of splash damage from the enemy Arty, the Object 261. He blocked damage of 710 hit points during that game. He spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 7, and did damage assistance, or spotting assistance I should say, 424 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 96,906 credits. He got 6,570 for courageous resistance because he managed to get an epic medal in a losing or a draw game. And so his total came to 103,476 credits together. But after the repair and ammunition resupply and consumables, he actually came away with a loss of 53,128. And the reason for that was so much heat ammo. Yeah, I'm afraid he did need it though. There was no way he could avoid it. He was firing at very, very heavily armed tanks, and the APCR on its own wasn't going to cut it. So, yep, it did cost him in that battle, but it was a good battle. He did pick up 5 bonds for the awards, 22 for the battle as a whole, total 27. He got 1,360 XP, 781 for courageous assistance, and took away 2,142 experience points altogether. So, sadly a draw. Not enough ammo to play with. Yep, he just says when you just don't have enough ammo. It was that case, wasn't it? This tank doesn't have enough. It ought to have more than 48 rounds, but that's all that Wargaming gives it. If you have more than 48, I think you can make, do a good job at carrying. But he did as much as he could under the circumstances, and well, it was a draw. It wasn't a loss. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.